Hey guys, this is Steve, the Acteria here, and today we're going to talk about some squirrels. So this is a brand new squirrel, like hot off the press, is not even released to the public yet, and we're going to talk about him because he's so freaking cool. Shout out to Mike, buddy, love you, man. All right, 3 drop, 1 green, 2 colorless, 3/3 with Forest Walk. If one or more tokens we've created under your control, those tokens plus that many 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens are created instead. So if I create 4 beasts, I get 4 squirrels. If I create 3 insects, I get 3 squirrels. It's basically like a little miniature doubling season. And then at the bottom, 1 black, sacrifice X squirrels. Target creature gets plus X, minus X until end of turn. You can sacrifice any number of squirrels. It's important for later on. Anyway, let's talk about this guy. I really like him. A buddy of mine's got like a what I would call a like a kind of an old school like squirrels deck, and I want to show him how to build a commander deck with squirrels in mind. All right, first things first, let's talk about how we're going to win. We're going to make lots of squirrels. That's the whole goal of the deck, and then we're going to go swing. All right, so first things first, let's talk about our token creators. We've got Arasa of the Endless Web. She's going to create tokens whenever our opponents are casting instant sorceries. We're going to get one from her, then we're going to get one from Chatterfang on curve because she's 4 mana. Avenger Zendikar, we have a little bit of mana ramp in here, and he's a 7-drop. He creates a 0/1 plant for each land we control, and then we get landfall triggers and make those plants bigger. Then we have Chittering Witch. She's going to make a 1/1 rat for each opponent we control. And then Chatterfang creates 3 squirrels. Then we have our Deranged Hermit, the classic Hermit, that he's a 5-drop, 2 green, 3 colorless, 1/1. When he enters the battlefield, create 4 squirrel tokens. With Chatterfang, he's going to make a total of 8 tokens. And squirrels, creatures we get plus 1/1. And then also he has an echo cost. You have to pay another 5 at your upkeep, which is not terrible, but because he's going to keep lording all of your creatures. Deep Forest Hermit is basically the same card, except instead of echo, it's got vanishing, so it's going to be in play for 3 turns for us. 4 turns total. And for 3 turns. Yeah, 3 turns total. Then we also have, let's see what else. We also have Hornet Queen, which is going to put 4 1/1 flying insects that have death touch and flying, and then give us those 4 squirrel tokens whenever our commanders in play. Really, really useful. Legion of the Hollows is an old school card. This card's spiking in value very aggressively, so like in dollar value very aggressively. So if you want to get a copy of it, I believe it's on the reserve list, so go check it out, see if you can find any budget left on the interwebs. Whenever he goes to the graveyard, she goes to the graveyard, you may pay any amount of mana and get that many squirrels. And this is any player. But we can sacrifice her at the opportune moment with Chatterfang. Or sorry, not Chatterfang. She's a spirit. We can sacrifice her with other things. Like, say, for instance, we have Viscera here that can sacrifice any of our creatures. So Legion of Hollows can produce a lot of tokens too, with Chatterfang even more. Let's see. One of the ones that's kind of a blowout card is Emrakul's Evangel. So it says tap, sacrifice Emrakul's Evangel and any number of non-Eldrazi creatures. There are no other Eldrazi creatures in this deck. And so you sacrifice your board of like 10 1/1 squirrels, or X number of beasts and squirrels and all of that stuff to Emrakul, or Emrakul's Evangel. Then you're going to create, like, say you sack 20 creatures to this guy, you're going to get 21 3/2 Eldrazi horror creatures, and then you're going to get 21 friggin' squirrels off of Chatterfang. It's just gross. And so you can do that at instant speed at the end of a turn, and then you have tripled your power, or kind of like quadrupled your power, because now you've got so much more to attack with. Another way we can really do that is we can combo with Chatterfang himself. And Chatterfang, again, says sacrifice X squirrels. Well, if we sacrifice, like, say, 10 squirrels, we can also play this card called Fresh Meat. So we sacrifice 10 squirrels. Fresh Meat says create a 3/3 beast creature token for each creature put into your graveyard from the battlefield this turn. All of those 1/1s touch the graveyard, And so you're going to get like 10 3/3s off of our earlier thing, and then you're going to get 10 1/1s from Chatterfang. It's gross. So talk about quadrupling your power in one card. 5 mana total, and so it's really, really good. Another really good token generator is Second Harvest. For each token you control, create a token that's a copy of that permanent. So if you have 10 squirrels, or 10 squirrels in play, you're going to get 10 more squirrels, and then Chatterfang is going to put another 10 into play. So you're going to get you're going to triple your power at the end of somebody's turn, and then untap attack. Right? It's gross. All right. So next up, we need to draw a lot of cards. So first one up is Toski, Bearer of Secrets. He's a 4-drop 1/1. Can't be countered. He's indestructible, and he attacks each turn, each combat if able. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Got a bunch of tokens. Swing. Next up, we've got Beast Whisperer. We've draw a card whenever you're casting creature spells. We've got about 22 creatures in the deck. Then we've got Idol of Oblivion. Where'd Idol of Oblivion go? Idol of Oblivion will tap, draw a card. Activate only if you created a token this turn. It's a 2-drop artifact, really easy to play. Lifecrafter's Bestiary is like Beast Whisperer in that we can draw cards off of casting creatures, but we have to pay 1 green. Also, we'll scry 1 at the beginning of our upkeep. But we also have, let's see, Slate of... Ooh, we got Skull Clamp. That's the business right there. That will do absolutely the most card drawing per mana. And we'll pay 1 mana, draw 2 cards, pay 1 mana, and then we're just equipping onto our squirrels and just drawing a bunch of cards. Slate of Ancestry will also draw us a ton of cards. This is a repeatable card draw if you want to, but you have to discard your hand to do it. But we're going to draw like 10 cards off of this thing every time we activate it. Then we have... then we also have a repeatable... Moldavine Reclamation. Whenever a creature you control dies, you gain 1 life and draw a card. And this says you can. Oh, this is Moldavine Reclamation. This is going to be a repeatable source. So if you sack 10 creatures, you're going to draw 10 cards. And then we also have Death Reap Ritual, which we can sacrifice creatures during other people's turns and draw cards during their turns, because it says at the beginning of each end step, if a creature died this turn, you may draw a card. Pretty cool. Shamanic Revelation is a sorcery, which will draw us a card for each creature we control. 5-drop. This is going to be ridiculous in this deck. Next, we have a little bit of mana ramp. We have Kadama's Reach and Cultivate. Search your library for 2 basic lands, 1 in it play tapped, 1 in our hand. Circuitous Route is going to get a basic land and play tapped, or a gate, which we have 1 gate in the deck. And then we also have Sky Shroud Claim, which will get Forest from our deck, and we do have a Forest Swamp in our deck in our common slot. I forget the name of it. 3 visits will also go get a Forest, again, that dual land basically, and put it into play tapped. Or put it into play, actually. So those are our mana ramp spells. Then our Kill Strike. Kill Strike, Kill Strike, Kill Strike. How are we going to kill? So we're going to put a bunch of tokens in play. That's already hugely threatening. But we're also going to play things like Overrun. All creatures get +3/3 and trample. If we have 10 1/1s in a play, that's 30 points of damage. That's going to kill somebody. But even worse than that is Triumph of the Hordes. Everything we control gets +1/1 and trample until end of turn, and infect. Somebody's going to die. So then additionally we've got Sylvan. It's a new card that's also not out. Is called Sylvan Anthem. 2-drop. Green creatures you control get +1/1. Whenever a green creature enters battlefield under your control, scry 1. Just scry tons with Chatterfang. Then we have our Garuks, where are our Planeswalkers. So we've got Garuk Wildspeaker, making tokens, untapping lands, giving our creatures trample and +3/3. Cursed Huntsman, he's probably the weakest. He's probably the easiest to cut. He gets an emblem that gives our creatures +3/3 and trample. Garuk Primal Hunter is probably our best token generator. +1, create a 3/3 beast. You can draw cards off of him. You can create a bunch of worms off of him. Voice of Zendikar, Nissa's Voice of Zendikar is probably our easiest to get out, but she'll +1 every turn and give us a bunch of plant tokens, plus with Chatterfang give us a bunch of squirrel tokens. And her -2 is really powerful. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Pretty good. Anyway, so those are our primary ways of going wide and crushing souls. I did want to mention, though, that there's some additional upgrades you can put in the deck. Currently, this deck is around $387 to $396 at the time of filming this video. It may have gone up because a lot of these cards are becoming very, very popular because of Chatterfang. Chatterfang is just like the best commander that they've had before. And so here's a really, really budget option. I say it's an upgrade. But Coat of Arms is a 5-drop. It says each creature gets +1/1 for each other creature on the battlefield that shares at least one creature type with it. Oh my goodness, my squirrels are going to be 2020s. This is going to be huge. And then we give them some kind of trample somehow, and then just go forth and conquer my minions. Then also the last one. This one's going to be the hardest to cast, so we might need to focus more on some mana ramp. But he's an 8-drop 5/5 haste. Whenever he enters the battlefield, creatures you control get trample and get +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. This is like a $60 card. So, you know, goes in elves, goes in everything. It's just a really, really dang good card. Anyway, guys, Mike, I hope you liked it. This is a really, really cool deck. I love it. I can't wait to play it or play against it and get my butt whooped. And like, share, comment, and subscribe, guys. Have a great day. See ya.